Welcome to PodScure.
Welcome back, friends, enemies, those who just like to hang out and make fun of us. I'm Dean, and that's the goat, Don, throwing up the goat there.
The sock puppet Don,
The flaming chicken head.
Yeah, whatever.
So it's All Saints Day here on PodScure. Dia
de la Muerte.
Yeah, all that
Muerte.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm bad at all that kind of religion-y type of
All
thing.
the cool shit.
Yeah, all that cool shit.
All the multi-level marketing.
MLM
Culty stuff.
Is that men loving men? No, wait, that's something else.
It's the NAMBLA.
Oh God, no! Please no. Hard pass.
It's a preference, Dean.
Oh, is that what it is? I know
That's
there's
what they're
some that
trying
say
to claim. Yeah, that's what they're trying to claim.
Did you enjoy your Halloween?
It was enjoyable. I dressed as one of my very good friend Stace's
Alter ego?
animatronic horror animatronic thingies.
Yeah.
And because they set up this huge display, and it's all Halloween all the time if the HOA would approve it. They are only allowed to keep their Halloween stuff up for 30 days. So
All right then.
but anyways, I dress up as one of the animatronics and hide amongst them and even do stupid motions as
do
if
the
I were
robot.
an animatronic. And then as people are walking by and trying to get free loot from the home, I jump out and scare the crap out of the little whippersnappers.
Well, fuckers.
Get off their lawn. It's not even my lawn, it's their lawn. Get off the lawn. Stay off
Get
the
off
lawn.
their lawn.
Stay off the lawn.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we got a guest again. Did you know that? Were you aware?
Is it me?
Well, you're a guest in your own imagination.
I'm kind of special that way.
You are. I think we should probably introduce them, shall we?
Do it.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming to PodScure, the host of Strangeful Things and Castle Rock Historical Society podcast, Acadia Einstein. Hey, Acadia, it's good to see you again, man.
Very big thing.
So, Don, if you weren't aware, Acadia was just on over at Disputed and advocated for Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, then you are a friend of mine, sir.
So, Acadia,
listen, hold on.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not a fan of
Dexter?
Dexter Morgan.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just, Hannibal is my spirit cannibal.
Are there other cannibals that you're like? Who's your backup cannibal?
There was this time when a plane crashed.
Were you on a soccer team?
They were a soccer team, yeah.
So, Acadia,
and a buffet broke out.
tell us about your shows. Where to find you? We're going to do all the plugs up front so that
right.
we make sure that we get them out of the way.
So Strangeful Things is cryptids, true crime, I don't know, ghosts, aliens, shit like that. Are my favorite review, just that you can get a taste for what the show is by my favorite iTunes review of all time. A person died and y'all are making jokes about crisscross. Real classy.
The boy rap group?
Yes.
Oh shit, my clothes are on backwards.
With the backwards pants.
And so that kind of sums us up there. I got a YouTube comment the other day that said, this is a very serious case and you guys are very immature. It's like, immature, which part? So, and then Castle Rock Historical Society, my friend Hannah Selector and I, we're horror buffs, and they did that Hulu show, Castle Rock. And so we said, okay, well, let's do a show about that. And then they canceled the show. So we just kept going.
What? Isn't it still going? I
Nope.
thought because they were just doing they had it with what's her name, the Misery.
Yep. They did.
So that's over.
Young Annie Wilkes. It's all over.
Oh, okay.
Then I'm not going to finish watching it because now I'm mad.
You're gonna go cry about it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. No joke.
They're on my lawn yet again.
Fair enough.
Yep. Damn kids. So tell us about your mask.
So remember when the worst thing you could do on the internet was tell somebody your real name? So everybody was like Dallas TT or, John Denver's flight instructor and shit like that. So when I started, I was like, all right, I don't want
Sonny Bono's broken ski.
Exactly. I don't want to get internet on me. So
Christopher Reeves turns left. Is it too soon? It's too soon. I'm sorry.
No, it's Christopher Reeve versus Stephen Hawking would be the best celebrity death match ever. So I panicked. I signed up someplace. I picked this name because I was like, oh, I'm from Maine. What should I pick? I can't pick Lobster Boy. That's stupid. So I don't know why. It's the only national park in Maine. So I choked on that. But I loved El Santo. And so I used a picture of El Santo with a machine gun as my avatar. And then I was like, well, now it's a gimmick. So like we go to conventions, horror conventions and stuff like that. And and I just wear it everywhere. So now it's neat because some like the Saska sisters, the girls that made American Mary and horror movies like that, like they recognize me now because I look like a big fucking baked potato coming at them. But still, it's kind of neat. So that's how that and once I started it, I couldn't stop it because, I mean,
it's your thing.
So when you walk amongst the people and want to stay, what's the word I'm looking for? Stay
incognito.
Incognito. You just take the mask off, and nobody knows who you are.
That has happened.
Nice.
My favorite thing that ever happened like that. It wasn't me, but Elvira was at one of the shows, and we were packing up to leave, and she was out of makeup and everything. She was just in her cassette, and this was before it was like kayfabe. She didn't show herself normal, but I knew what she looked like, and I recognized her, and my eyes all lit up when she was walking towards me, and she just went. And I didn't say a word, and it's still like the coolest thing that ever happened to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
I would
pretty cool.
I would love to meet her. She seems like she's a pretty cool person.
She really is.
I mean, I think the coolest person that I've met so far at a con was Nichelle Nichols.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She was beautiful and brilliant, and I mean, Tiara, who grew up watching my wife Tiara. I know you may have seen her.
His
on,
wife,
my wife. She and her dad. That was how they bonded when she was a kid, watching the original Star Trek. And so when Nichelle Nichols was at Emerald City Comic Con, I want to say this was 4 or 5 years ago now. We went, and Tiara got to meet her, and she was just like. It's just
cool.
like this icon,
That is great. I love conventions. Love them.
I love them and I hate them.
Yeah.
I have found, especially more recently than post recently or pre recently, whatever the word is that I'm trying to. Listen, I just got up from a nap and I didn't get enough sleep, and I didn't get enough sleep last night because scaring children. There was a road rage incident today and all kinds of. Oh yeah, well maybe we'll talk about it later. But so my brain is not firing on even 3 cylinders. How many cylinders is it supposed to have?
How many cylinders of what?
Of brain?
Yeah, exactly.
I keep
I mean,
my
an
brain in a
even
cylinder.
number.
Is it
So
an even number? It's not like
I
a.
would assume, yeah.
It's not like a Yugo, which is 3.
supposed to
No,
have
because if it was an
pi.
odd number, then your head would just keep going to the side. Like,
It
Have
could
you
be,
met my head?
yeah, fair.
it could
Now I can't even remember what I was talking about.
3.145. Yeah,
Pi?
pi cylinders.
Oh, right. I don't. Never mind. I went off the rails. Not that I was ever on them, but
You'll
carry
find
on.
you'll find
I'll be over
quickly
here.
that we're quite often railless over here. So, which is the way we prefer it. So,
We're kind of like, you ever seen like a hovercraft, a true hovercraft that goes on water and land?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a fan boat, right? And it's got the weird little cushion around it.
right.
And instead of going straight like a car would or any vehicle that touches the ground, they kind of go at sideways and other sideways. And yeah, that's the show.
Yeah. So
Thankfully,
I
we
did
have
on the water.
guests. Thankfully, we have guests once in a while that keep us sort of,
we've
you know.
we've had a few that have gone way off the rails. So, but that's what keeps it fun. I mean, we're here at PodScure. We are not about. We are formatless. So we want to get in here and just really talk about what you're interested in, what makes you tick, how you got into doing Strangeful Things and Castle Rock, and why. Really, what made you do those things?
So the Castle Rock one was mainly because I wanted to do something in the horror area, and the show presented itself, and the idea, like my thing for Stephen King. I mean, he's got a lot of problems, but he made a shared universe before.
10.
Yeah. He made a shared universe before it was cool. And he's never really gotten the credit for what he did with all this. Because, I mean, everybody was watching all the, ridiculous Stephen King terrible movies because it was, Halloween. And watch The Dead Zone. The sheriff in the Dead Zone is that was Sheriff Bannerman. Who killed Sheriff Bannerman? Cujo. Who replaced him?
Yeah.
It was the guy, the Pangborn, who Ed Harris played in Needful Things, and Pangborn was in season 1 of the Hulu show. So the fact that all these things mixed together just was intriguing. But then we realized that you can't, unless you're going to be like complete fanboy, you can't live on Stephen King alone, because there's only so many 12-year-old boys on adventures that you can talk about without going insane. So, and Strangeful Things was really, I wanted to make my friend grossed out, and so we did a little show that was kind of it was a current events, we talk about whatever, but then the second half of the show I would tell her a story, and the story was always something designed to make her like be grossed out, and that part took. So then Strangeful Things just became, well, what if we just did that show and didn't do the current event parts at the beginning of it? And that's how it became what it was. And that's why I have a backup cannibal.
Nice. I'm curious if you have linked Stranger Things to the Stephen King universe.
Well,
it's kids. So
one of the first episodes we did was, since I'm from Maine, I'm gonna this is kind of a tenuous link, but my mother did meet Stephen King, and my brother unfortunately has the same haircut as Stephen King, and one of the first episodes we did were all my family's weird connection to an actual serial killer. And so that's as close as I can get.
Who's the serial killer?
So he got caught before he really got going. But his name was John Jubert, and he went to high school with my brother. He was like a year ahead of my brother. And one day my mother was driving to work and she saw something on the median strip, and it turned out to be the body of this kid, Ricky Stetson. So she called into the cops, and Stevie Stetson, his brother, was in my grade. And one time the English teacher was like, all right, well, everybody's got to write an essay about something that happened to him. And Stevie got up and I could write about my brother being murdered, but it would probably upset me. And the teacher was like, I didn't say you had to write about the worst thing. Like, you just have to write about a thing. So he, the guy that killed him, this Jubert guy, yep, there he is. He went to Nebraska.
Wait a minute, in the military. Isn't that a young Bruce Springsteen?
Pretty close. And he killed 2 kids out there, and they matched him on dental records to Ricky Stetson. When he came back to Maine, the guy that taught junior year English to both my brother and me, who quit teaching because it was too stressful, became the guy's defense attorney. And his goal was to say, well, if I can get him convicted in Maine, he won't get executed in Nebraska. Because he failed. And so that was the end of it. So he really only got to 3, which I mean is good. I'm glad they caught him. But the teacher.
I thought you meant getting to 3 was good.
I mean, he hit the low bar for the serial killer threshold.
Right.
Yeah. And the other weirdest part of the story, which some people think is the best part of the story, is the teacher guy. He had a nervous breakdown when he was a kid. Did you guys have Romper Room?
Yes.
The show?
Yes.
It was around, but I never watched it, so I'm familiar of it. I'm aware of it. I'll put it that way.
It was definitely on here. Yes.
So at the end, the lady, Miss Joanne or whatever her name was, would look in the magic mirror, right? Well, this teacher, when he was a kid, he was terrified of the mirror. His mother fucking called Romper Room, and one day Miss Joanne went, and I see little Stuart hiding behind the couch. And the kid straight up had a nervous breakdown. And that had been a big like urban legend around the school. And there she is. And the first day of class, he goes, yep, the stories are true. It did happen to me. I had a nervous breakdown when I was 6 years old because Miss Joanne saw me hiding behind the couch. So,
I had a friend who always said that they would, whenever she would bring out the mirror, that he would hide. So that must be a thing. I wonder if there's got to be something going. I don't
remember enough of it,
but there's enough who do.
I mean, maybe that's one of the reasons that all the Gen X people on TikTok are always talking about how tough we are. Because we had mystic witches screaming at us through the TV.
I'll tell you why we're so tough. The child catcher. The child catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That Mother Hubbard was terrifying. Okay, I've got it for you.
I don't think I ever saw Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I mean, I may have when I was a little kid, but I don't remember it.
Listen, you Dick Van Dyke.
All I remember of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is an Ace Ventura 2, him singing the song while he's driving his Jeep. Oh, you pretty Chitty Bang Bang. That's all I can remember of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is that.
Oh yeah, there was a child catcher, and he had a cart full of treats, and he would wander the streets looking for the children, and he would hold up lollipops and whatever, and any kid of any age is like, I want sugar, I want diabetes. Wilford Brimley doesn't exist yet.
Okay.
Hang on. I forget, let me tie it together.
Okay.
All right. What was the boyfriend's name in Stranger Things?
Steve.
Played by Pete?
Steve.
You said?
Steve. Scoops Ahoy.
Played by Sean William Scott or whatever his name is.
No, no.
Whatever his name is.
Jesus.
No, Sean William Scott is Stifler, right?
Right. But what's he played? He was on. It was the guy that played in the. They went for a long walk to the Mount Doom.
Sean Astin.
Sean Astin Scott.
Just Sean Astin.
Oh, the Renona's Ryder's boyfriend. I thought you meant the kid.
Worked at the
Okay,
radio
yeah,
show.
I got you.
Okay. So he is talking to the lead kid. I can't remember names of people in TV shows for some reason right now. This is part of the 3-engine cylinder thing. Anyways, okay. So Sean Astin is talking to the kid, and he's Mike, and he's telling him about how he was bullied as a kid, and in fact, he was bullied. He's trying to convince Winona Ryder to move to a small town in northeastern United States. It's a quaint little town, and then he's talking to the kid about getting bullied as a child, and then it comes out later that there was an incident with a clown. So he survived Pennywise. That's how Needful Stranger Things ties into the Stephen King universe.
That's amazing.
Well.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's even it's a little deeper than that, but those are the three. There's three scenes where they're just throwaway statements,
Right.
that you're kind of like, but as soon as you said I survived, or I survived bullying, there, and something about a clown, I was like, boom.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Anyways, carry on. I'll be over here doing nothing. I contribute nothing, sir.
When is the next season of Stranger Things coming? I know
Not soon enough.
Yeah, they just did a trailer.
Did they?
Yeah, and
Nice.
Apparently half of it's going to be flashback to like in the 50s to whatever the big bad is going to be.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know what they're going to do with the dude that's in Russia.
It's going to be interesting. I mean, these kids are growing up so fast.
Yeah, I know, right?
So when you're doing a series every 2 years with teenagers, I mean, soon they're going to all be 21 and drinking beer, watching the funny lights that spell letters.
If how are you going to get a bad guy that's one of them is going to be 6'4" before too long?
And that'll probably be Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, right.
I knew she was going to be fantastic. She was on a show that was on, I know it was BBC America over here. I don't know if it was on BBC, but when she was little, I mean, I'm guessing she was probably 10, 11.
Right.
She was in a show with the guy who played John Sim, the guy who played the Master in Doctor Who. And I can't remember what her name is. But anyway,
Kim
it was about,
Kardashian.
no, these,
Emma Stone.
wealthy people could, I'm going to have to look it up now because you're driving me nuts.
Betty Clark.
That was
Betty
probably,
Clark? Betty White.
Betty,
Amelia
Betty-
Clark.
So it was called
Shannon Doherty.
Intruders.
Oh.
Is what it was called. And basically it was a story of these wealthy people could basically transfer their consciousness into other bodies instead of dying.
Gotcha.
And her character, her body got inhabited by, I want to say the character was played by Robert Forster, the original character. So imagine Robert Forster going into Millie Bobby Brown's 11-year-old consciousness.
Oh, Jesus.
And so
Isn't that against the law?
and she
Right?
and she was so good at being a 50-year-old cranky badass guy.
That's awesome.
And I saw her, I'm like, holy crap, she's amazing. She's going to do great things. And she has. Yeah. God, when did that come out? That was, does it show me? 2014. So she had to have been like 12 at the time. So yeah, it had, Mira Sorvino. That was who the other, So Mira Sorvino, John Sim, James Frain. So, most of them, and it was Robert Forster. So, It was a really good show. Highly recommend if you can go watch it. They canceled it, unfortunately, but I thought it was excellent. So did JR did too. So we were when it came on and we saw little Millie Bobby Brown. Like, wow, this little girl is fucking amazing, and she's still amazing. So
That's very cool.
I hope that she gets more excellent roles instead of I'm tired of old creepy guys creeping on her.
True.
Like,
I mean, she got to like be Godzilla's friend, so that's something.
true, very true, and she has a hell of an American accent. So
Yeah, that's true.
I have not watched Enola Holmes though. Have you seen that one?
No. Yeah, man, I don't.
Oh, is that's
She's the
his
sister of the sister of Sherlock. And Sherlock is. I know you won't watch it because he's played by Henry Cavill. So
fuck that guy.
I mean, would you rather it be Henry Cavill or Tom Cruise? Don has an issue with Tom Cruise.
Both are problems.
Okay.
Both are problems. Yes. Oops. Sorry. Yeah. No. Yeah. Fine. Maybe I'll watch something with Henry Cavill. God damn it.
I mean, I haven't
not
watched it.
gonna
You may
like
like it. It's fine. Don't like it. You're not allowed to like it. How about that?
Just like every Tom Cruise movie, I will not like his character, but I will enjoy the entire rest of the movie.
I think Tom Cruise could beat Henry Cavill in a fight because I think Henry Cavill can't fight. He's big,
Really?
but I don't think he can fight. And I bet that Tom Cruise had to like straight up murk like 8-9 people to get to where he is in Scientology. You can't do that just by being famous. So I think they have like some kind of Thunderdome in the middle.
Fair indeed. Maybe
would that give you extra respect for Tom Cruise then, Tom?
Yeah. I think.
Perhaps Tom Cruise is not a kid fiddler like I think he is. Perhaps he is a psychopathic homicidal maniac.
Yeah, and that'd be easier to
And then
take.
I would respect him.
Yeah.
Because
He distracts people with his weird centered tooth, and then when they're not paying attention, he just wrecks them.
wrecked him and nearly killed him.
Well, that's weird. Center tooth comes out as one long fang, and that's where he sucks the vitreous fluid from your eyeballs.
Oh, hold on. It's not a tooth. It comes out and spins like the xenomorph, and it's made of that weird space metal shit, and his blood is actually acid.
Like in Phantasm?
No,
That's what I
in
thought you meant,
Aliens.
the ball from Phantasm. That would be awesome.
Ding!
Oh, man. What's so did either of y'all watch movies on Halloween, or
Yeah.
I scare children on Halloween.
Oh, so you okay? So what did you watch on Halloween?
So we watched. Well, we got the wife and I have a big kind of run up, and so we decorated the yard and then watched movies. And our big achievement was apparently now our house is a thing because one of the ladies was like, "This is the house." And she like got people to come to it, and then kids were too scared to come up the driveway. So that was pretty dope. And so we did watch Needful Things. I watch it every year. We watched this one called Veronica on Netflix, which was a better version of Ouija. It was a Spanish movie, and it wasn't great by any stretch. If you want to watch a Spanish horror movie, just watch Rec. That's the holy shit, that movie.
It's called Wreck.
Rec, REC, like record.
Oh,
It's,
okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I've seen that.
I've
Yeah,
seen it.
yeah.
I have not watched it. I've seen it come
They
up. On
remade it, and I can't remember what they called it, with Jennifer Carpenter, Dexter's sister. They
Okay.
remade it in the.
It's called Wreck.
in the U.S. No, but it's called something else in the
Oh.
U.S. Because I saw her at a convention, and I was like, I can't believe you had the balls to like do Rec. And she's like, oh yeah, no, ours
Quarantine.
is nowhere near as good. Rec's the scariest movie I ever saw. Like, and this was the lady that was in it that was saying it. Oh, it's so good.
called Quarantine.
Yeah, Quarantine.
I did see that
Oh.
one.
I saw that too. I didn't know it was a remake.
I didn't
Oh
know.
yeah, the original Spanish one is.
Isn't she?
It's
Doesn't she get sucked back into the
into the
abyss at the end?
yeah.
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 I did see that one. That wasn't bad. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. A movie that I saw recently, and it's a horror comedy, which I do enjoy horror comedy, and this one was pretty good, was Freaky.
Was that good?
I enjoyed it. It was Vince Vaughn
Yeah.
and Catherine Newton, who played, if you watch Supernatural, played Castiel's host, Jimmy Novak, his daughter.
Okay.
And so she's like the cool girl in school type of thing, I think. And Vince Vaughn is a serial killer, and he somehow it does a Freaky Friday thing. So basically, it's Freaky Friday but with a serial killer.
Well, that's dope.
And she becomes the serial killer. He becomes a teenage girl, and he does so good at it. It was hilarious.
He's good. Oh, that does sound fun.
I do highly recommend it. So if you get a chance, I mean, it's worth the whatever hour and 42 minutes that it lasts.
Was that one of the pandemic ones? Like it came out in
2020? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then I got to see it. There's one from the pandemic called Becky. And it's about this girl. She's got a new stepmother and she doesn't like her and blah. And they go to this cabin and turns out the cabin is the cabin's sought after by these like neo-Nazi guys that busted out of jail because they got to get some, I don't know, Nazi freaking trinkets or some shit. But Kevin James as a super monstrous prison Nazi dude. You would never believe that he could do it, and he was so good.
That's funny. I would like to see Kevin James in a non-stupid role.
Yeah.
What about Joel? I see Joel McHale was in it. I liked him, and I loved him in Community. How was he in this?
Oh, good. He was the dad.
Oh, okay.
Like the movie itself becomes one of those Home Alone with higher stakes type of deal, but the good part about it is seeing him be the villain. Because it's hard to, I don't know, it's hard to. Oh, we also watched the one about the blind guy. Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe. Yeah.
Yeah, we finally saw that, and that was messed up.
Trying to remember the name of a movie that I just watched the other night. I think it was Halloween Eve. The eve before Halloween. It was something of Knights of Badassdom. And it starred well, it didn't star, but what is his name? Tyrion Lannister was in it.
Dinklage, Peter Dinklage.
Dinklage.
There you go.
Yes. And it was absolutely terrible. But I enjoyed every moment of it.
It's like Tiara loves watching every bad Nicolas Cage movie there has ever been.
That's all of them.
Not Raising Arizona. Raising Arizona.
That's what I say.
I'm sorry. Everybody says, oh, but Well, you're wrong. Okay.
No.
It wasn't. That wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. Okay. So
it was excellent.
We're not. There are three movies of his that are actually decent to watch. That's one of them. The other is the airplane
Con Air.
Oh yeah.
And the third one is Matchstick.
What about Vampire's Kiss?
No, get out of here.
It cracks me, especially when he's getting on the secretary about filing, and he's going through the fucking A, fucking B, fucking C, and just he's just. I think that's the movie where he actually became unhinged.
Snake Eyes is also a pretty decent movie of his. But
actually,
again,
I don't know if I saw that one.
Oh, Snake Eyes with Gary Sinise and him.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that one.
And other people. There's other people. Yeah, he's about it. He's kind of not necessarily a dirty cop, but he's a cop that skirts a lot of the rules. And is it Vegas or is it what's the East Coast gambling?
Atlantic City.
Yeah, I think it's Atlantic City, and there's a heavyweight boxing match, and there's things happen. It's good. It's good. His character is annoyingly good because if he plays an annoyingly good, If he plays an annoying character, then that suits him just fine, and I'm okay with it. He's not trying to be anybody else.
Oh, it had Carla Gugino in it too.
Had everybody in it.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw what was that?
Who's Carly Gugino?
She was what did you know her from?
Gerald's Game, Haunting of Hill House,
Right. Oh, right. Yeah.
Sin City.
Gerald's Game wasn't that great. Gerald's Game was sort of predictable, and I
It's,
suppose the end was a little bit disturbing. But
She was in Watchmen.
yeah,
who did she play in Watchmen?
she was
the Scarlet
Spectre, Silk Spectre. She was
Silk
the
Spectre,
mother.
She was
of-
the mother,
Yeah.
right? Right.
but she was most recently in. I don't know if you saw it, Gunpowder Milkshake.
Have not seen it yet, but that is in my
It's-
one of my lists in one of my streaming services.
Don't expect too much, but it's fun. I enjoyed it. It's it's got oh now I can't remember her name.
Carly Gorgieva.
Well, yeah, her.
Whatever.
Lena Headey. Karen Gillan is the
Wait,
main
Lena
character.
Headley.
Headey.
Lena Headley.
No, not Headley.
No, there's no L except in the Lena.
Headey.
Okay.
And Michelle Yeoh and Angela Bassett.
Fine.
So that's not an
what's wrong?
ugly cast.
That's not something I don't want to look at.
Yeah,
No,
right.
Not at all.
And I don't mean that
and they're all badass.
I don't mean that. I don't mean that in the way that it sounds. I mean that in the way that it's a TV, it's a movie. I'm going to look at it with my eyeballs, not perv on it.
It can be both ways.
Hey,
Listen.
they are all very beautiful women.
Listen, the three of you on my screen right now, that includes myself. There are three of us. One is an introvert, the other is an extrovert. I just happen to be the pervert.
Nice.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, have you seen that, Acadia?
No.
Okay,
But no,
it was
I wanna-
Gunpowder Milkshake. It was pretty. I mean, it's like if you took John Wick / Atomic Blonde and made it camped up, I guess.
Right. That's nice.
So lots of really cool graphics and slow-mo action stuff. Not they with Atomic Blonde and John Wick, they did a lot of single cut. Lots of
Right.
action, then cut. Whereas this is shoot, cut, shoot, cut. So that's a little not quite so, because Keanu and Charlize Theron had to spend lots of time going through all that action stuff. This not so much, but still really good. Lots of fun.
You know what I did watch that I highly recommend? Did you ever see the movies that made us on Netflix?
Tiara just watched that with Rob Lowe.
I haven't seen that yet.
I forget who narrates it because you don't see him. It might be Rob Lowe, but they just released them and they did Halloween, Friday the 13th, stuff like that. I don't know. The wife and I got into a bunch of making of stuff for the original Halloween, and the most glaring mistake that I never noticed until they pointed it out in the movie. So the scene where Michael jumps over the roof of the car and then he's on the roof and then he smashes the window. He reaches down and smashes the window while the nurse is all like scared in the car.
Which movie was that? I'm sorry.
This was the very first one, the first Halloween.
78.
Yeah, 78 one. It's when he escapes and Loomis and the nurse are in the car and he reaches down and his hand just comes down and smacks the window and breaks it. I never realized this until the documentary. If you look at his hand, you can see the wrench that's in the dude's sleeve because he couldn't actually break the window. So he's like, I'll use a wrench, but it's just there in the movie. It's awesome. There was a lot of fun stuff like that.
He was unwilling to do PCP to actually pay.
Exactly. And they loved doing the Steadicam because they had just gotten it, and the opening scene where Michael goes in and kills his sister, you could only do 4 minutes and like 20 seconds at a time because the camera you had to carry the camera around so it couldn't hold much film. So they were like, well, it's supposed to be all one shot, and they had to figure out how to do a cut. When he picks up the mask and puts it over his face, and then the camera cuts to it's just going out the eye holes. There's a brief second where it's just black, and that's where they cut it. Fascinating.
Okay, I have a confession.
Okay.
I have just found out that Lena Headey's name is not Lena Headley. I don't know where I heard this, but it may have been on this podcast. I've called her Lena Headley since whatever I hated her in before Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Headley.
The Terminator TV show, I bet.
Yeah.
Never watched it, actually.
Yeah, she played Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Never watched it.
I mean, I don't
She
think
was-
if you said Lena Headley 9 times out of 10, people would go, fuck, I knew it was Headley. I just,
I think
It's like the Berenstain Bears thing.
yeah.
yeah, I think she herself is a Mangala effect.
Mingala. Mingle effect. Okay.
That's such a different effect.
Very much
well,
so. It's where you get
it's
sewn
kind-
together wrong.
Yep.
I'm thinking about Metalocalypse.
No, I can't remember where I heard that, but it was instead of the Mandela effect, they were calling it the Mangala effect because they were talking about how it's people remember it one way, but it's actually a different way. Flintstones, and so it's the Mangala. It's always going to be the Mangala effect for me until everybody thinks it's the Mangala effect.
It's the so meta Mandela effect. Mangala.
Yeah.
So you're just totally turning it on its head. Yeah, it's funny if you Google search Lena Headley, it shows you Lena Headey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah. I've always thought her name was Lena Headley. That's so weird.
when back, I mean, a million years ago, my website where I still do Castle Rock out of Superficial Gallery, we used to have celebrity pictures, and it's a long story that the site even existed, but like we had, at least then, we had the biggest collection of pictures of celebrities sticking out their tongues on the entire internet. Because we legitimately went, well, we need to be the best at something. And we figured that would be like super easy. And we were right. But we used to get tons of traffic to Marissa Miller. And because we were like #1 in Google for Marissa Miller. And of course, all the pervs are searching Marissa Miller to look for pictures of her.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, she was a Sports Illustrated model. You'd know if you saw her. I spelled her name wrong because I didn't know it was one S, because why would it be one S? And when Google implemented that whole "we assume you meant to spell her name right" thing, we were dead.
Because America?
Yep, we were dead. Dead. It really, really made a difference.
Yeah, I do not recognize her.
Huh.
I'm not. Well, I don't think I ever. Yeah, the Sports Illustrated stuff I never really got into.
I think
So.
she kind of became synonymous with anybody else that was blonde and skinny that was on Sports Illustrated, because there's no difference between her and
Any other
whoever
one.
else. I mean,
Giselle. Or,
right, exactly. But what's her face? The actress.
There's one or two of those. Which one?
Yeah, exactly. The one that looks like her, which is like all of them.
So yeah, so going back to the Lena Headley thing, it's kind of like in Blazing Saddles was Headley Lamar versus Hedy Lamar.
Oh. You're right.
So yeah, because Harvey Korman played Headley Lamar, and they kept calling him Hedy, and he would say Headley,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
and then the governor, played by Mel Brooks, says, "Don't worry, in a couple of years you'll be able to sue her." So yeah. So I wonder if that kind of started back then, something like that Mandela effect with Hedy Lamar's name. I bet.
It's true.
I just remember that everybody remembers dodgeball incorrectly. That's what I know. Dodgeball was everybody stood against the wall, and one.
I thought you were talking
person
about the
had a
movie.
ball. Well, see, that's what started it.
Yeah.
is the fact that they called it dodgeball, but that was not dodgeball. That's called soak'em or slaughter ball.
All right.
Dodgeball
Are you
was
still supposed to dodge it?
no okay. So dodgeball was everybody stood against a wall with their back to the wall, and you couldn't move your feet. Your feet had to stay on the ground, and one person would throw. I think it was typically a
racquetball.
volleyball ball at them, and you could only move like your hips or your body. And
was
that
that-
was
I think
dodgeball.
you went to a different school.
Was that not that game that was called something that was
Butt ball? No, it's a
no.
What ball?
It was called something that was very anti-LGBT. Yes, that one.
No. Okay, so no, that game, that smear one was again. One person had a ball, but you could run, and everybody could run, and the person with the ball had to blast somebody with it, usually in the face if possible, because that's what the bullies did. And then that person became the person, and with the ball, and then he chased everybody. He or she chased everybody around and tried to smear other people. So.
Did you? I never played the against the wall one. Then again, our school didn't have any. Like, we didn't have a real gym. Like, we just had an auditorium like thing, like the kind of shit where like after the assembly everybody has to put their own chair back and that kind of crap.
Sure.
But we played kill the guy with the ball. That was a real game. Did you guys have that?
Yes, but it unfortunately in his schools and my schools it was there's a TV show that
Smear the epithet.
Oh
of,
yeah,
of
I didn't realize. I would have assumed since maybe they thought that was a different game.
See,
I don't know.
I think all of the inappropriate PE teachers were victims of the Magellan effect.
Magellan effect.
Now we're just going to keep changing it every
what?
time. So yeah, because I was having there was one that I played that was against the wall, which was butts up, and you also mentioned wall ball. They're both the same thing.
Right. That was actually dodgeball. And Soak'em was you don't look on the internet because it's wrong. There's no place where all the descriptions of dodgeball start around the time the movie came out. The Wikipedia is incorrect.
Yeah, well, now.
Because I remember, and if I remember,
Maybe this is a West Coast thing, though.
could be.
I'm from Texas.
Could be.
It was all right. Well, that's like a whole nother country. Now,
Acadia, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If you were going to have graduated from high school in a certain era, what era would that be? Now, this is not hypothetical. I'm basically asking you what
year you graduated.
What general age you might be in.
Oh, I'm firmly Gen X.
Okay. So
yeah, I went to.
You could be in your 40s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I'm old.
Yeah, I figured as much when you said you had to put the assembly chairs away.
Yeah.
Because that was free labor for the teachers.
Mm-hmm. Now I will. This dodgeball thing. Now we had a Nintendo game in high school called Super Dodgeball, and they weren't against the wall. You could be different countries, and they all had different powers and stuff like that. And I don't know why they don't have that game now, because it was dope. So there's definitely some type of regional aspect to what these games were called. Like, what did you call it when if you were playing tag and you were at the place where you couldn't get tagged? What did you call it? Oh, puppy.
That was home
safe.
base.
Yeah, we called it ghouls. Don't know what it means.
It's because you're from Maine. That's where
yeah,
Stephen King.
Much, yeah. Oh, I'm on ghouls. You can't get me. What the fuck was ghouls?
Yeah, kids come up with some weird shit. I mean, you just look at the statements that are made on social media today. I mean, based. What the fuck is that? I mean, then you got yeet and
Have you seen that? Have you seen that YouTube or that TikTok, Dean?
probably.
What are you going to do if you think you might jump off a bridge? Yeet.
I mean,
Incorrect.
I mean, fortunately, I have kids who are 18 and is about to be 22 in a week. So, I mean, I kind of learned a lot of that stuff from them. So, but yeah, I will hear things from my son who's 18 will say things. I'm like, are you gonna have to tell me what the fuck that means? Because I don't know what that is. I'm like, I'm old.
Yeah, I sometimes I try to keep up with stuff, and then I'm like, yeah, no, I don't.
You have kids?
How am I going to use it in a sentence? We don't have any kids. I'm not going to go to the high school. Hello, fellow students.
Hello, fellow
students.
It's ridiculous.
Did you see Steve Buscemi did that for Halloween?
That's hilarious.
I think
you
they should
gotta love him.
replace Tom Cruise with Steve Buscemi.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? I would love that. Then America would see what a real actor is like.
Wow. You could do a lot with that. Think of all the roles. Just think of him sliding in Risky Business
And looking in
singing the song.
and looking in three directions at the same
It's
time.
a young, strapping Steve Buscemi.
Let's see him in a Navy outfit, arguing again.
putting on lipstick, crossing
Trying to-
people off lists.
Trying to take care of Dustin Hoffman on the way to Las Vegas.
Taking a taxi all around and murdering people. Yeah.
Well, see, I could see that with Steve Buscemi. I mean, especially after Reservoir Dogs, so
Yeah,
I
fair.
could see that a little bit. But yeah, like him and as Lieutenant Caffey and a few good men.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh my god!
Thinking about. Do you watch much YouTube?
Not as much as I'd like.
Yeah, not a lot.
I am fascinated, nay, obsessed with reaction videos by kids that don't know what any songs are
Oh,
at all. And
mm-hmm.
they were listening to Every Breath You Take by the Police, and they were like, well, they stole this from Puff Daddy, that other old song. And I'm like, oh, no. And seeing them figure stuff out is just fascinating.
Yeah,
but it makes me realize that, sure, I mean, did we say awesome all the time? Sure. I mean, I still kind of say it because I can't stop. But they're going to, in like 15 years, everybody's going to be going, oh, look, it's your boy. Because every fucking it's your boy or it's your girl is how everybody starts everything.
It's your boy, Skinny Penis.
Yep.
I love Vines. That's one thing I miss is the Vines.
Oh.
The Vines were great.
I don't know why.
They just couldn't make money off of it. They were too short to throw ads into.
Oh.
So,
But do you? The myrrh one went around on TikTok for a while. I brought you frankincense, thank you, and I brought you myrrh, thank you. Murder.
Murder.
yeah, I think my favorite one though is so no head. The guy throws his phone down and breaks his skateboard. My daughter always liked the one it's the guy, somebody's filming two guys in a hot tub from they're like in a hotel. And so there's two guys in a hot tub 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
Oh, that's gold. Yeah, mine was great. I mean, I respect the TikTok. I mean, there's some funny fuckers on there.
Yeah.
Oh, my
straight
favorite right now is the white guy and his Vietnamese wife.
Oh, where she's always saying the shit she's gonna do.
She's taking her shoe off every time.
Yeah.
I give you the ripstone.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she's awesome.
There's also an Indian
You
couple.
stuck with me whole your life.
Yeah.
There's also an Indian couple, and you never see the guy. You just see
Oh
the
yeah,
woman.
yeah, yeah. That yeah, and he's always telling the dad jokes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
He's
She has the
hilarious.
best laugh. It's so contagious. Like
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't help but laugh when she laughs.
But here's what I can't stand.
Oh,
Dum, bam, dum, dum, sh- bum, dum, dum.
yep.
Now they're doing that on Burger King. So
I know, right? Oh, they're not dumb. I mean, it's. I think my big Hollywood idea is remake Halloween 3 with the masks and everything like that, but instead of them watching a commercial that makes their heads turn into bugs, it's a TikTok dance. So if they do the sound with the mask and they do the dance the right way, then their head falls apart and completes the druid spell or whatever the fuck that movie was about.
I never saw that one.
I was just talking to someone because I just watched Halloween 3, earlier this month because, well, it's October. There might be a coincidence. And I was like, wait, what? Oh, this is the one that nobody ever talks about because there's no Michael Myers in it.
Yep.
And if there's no Michael Myers in it, then it's not actually Halloween.
Yep.
It's
100%.
So it's Halloween witch something witch.
Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch, right.
3 more days till Halloween.
Yeah.
I know you've heard that, Dean, even if you haven't seen the movie. Silver Shamrock. That friggin' jingle.
I have not. I'm unfamiliar with
So
it.
they thought, okay, well, if we're going to do John Carpenter's Halloween, we'll do a movie every year, but it'll be different. Well, we got to make the second Michael Myers one. All right, fine, we'll do that, but then that's the end of it. And Michael Myers burns up and Loomis is dead.
Yeah.
And then we'll make this other crazy thing with the drunk doctor and all this kind of stuff. And everyone was like, well, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. And then they were like, well, so much for that experiment.
Let's bring Michael Myers back.
Yep, 100%. Oh, it's a trip, though. It is just bananas. That movie. And
it was
in the,
so weird. And I'm like, I don't
really,
get it. What is happening here?
Man, it was wild. And they paid homage to it in Halloween Kills because the three of the kids had the masks they had the witch, the pumpkin, and the skull head. All three of them were what the kids were wearing in the movie.
It's funny.
Oh, you would love it. Oh, the fact that I think Halloween goes right up until the day before Thanksgiving. So you can.
I think Halloween should go. 364, 3 or 4 days a year.
100% agree.
160 days a year. We take time off of Halloween for New Year's, blow shit up day. I'm pretending to be Mexican. I'm pretending to be Irish. I'm pretending to be Italian. I'm pretending to be anything other than the white piece of crap that I am. Day. Those are the only days that are not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I made some of those days up.
Blow shit up days. So
Blow shit up.
flexible.
Yeah. I mean, we're Americans. So
Blow shit up day. Yeah.
I would be down for much more Halloween. As a matter of fact,
we're not blowing up shit right now.
Yep. I took the whole week off. Well, I have tomorrow off and then I gotta go back to work, but I figured I would take the time because so I could do my decorations and then take them down. I took them down really fast today just to make the people in the neighborhood be like, oh, well, I better get there on time next time because I won't be able to see them.
Hey Dean, are you able to pull up that video I sent you on the messengers to show a 30 second clip of what I did last night?
Let me see. I can probably do that. Let me see. Here, let's see if I can bring it up. And here we go.
It's definitely not a professionally
share.
done shoot.
It's god dang it, wrong one. Share screen. There we go. Where the fuck is it?
Well, now I'm excited.
There we go.
Wait, you said 30 seconds of what you did, not something you did for 30 seconds. Oh.
So there we go. Oh, there's some volume so you can hear it.
So in the background there, and you can't really see it. I don't think I got a picture of it. there's a 67 Camaro Super Sport with one of the characters in it. It's somewhere back there. Anyways, I don't remember. Where is it? Oh, it's behind those two guys. There it is. Yeah, that's my friend Stace's Halloween thing, and she's got 30. I think she's got 30 different. And see, I dress up as one of the animatronics, and then jump out and scare the shit out of people. That's me, right? Yeah.
That's dope. Hey, look at this one. Hey, fucko.
Where's my candy, you little shit?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
It's fun. And when I'm not doing that, I dress up as Captain Spaulding and go to places where there's adults. And they don't understand because they're not fans of true horror.
Oh, so you're a clown? Yeah. That's what I am.
Yes, I'm the clown.
Don't you find us fucking funny?
So what do you think about the Munsters as done by Rob Zombie?
I mean,
We'll have to see it, right?
I mean, what is your initial feeling about it? I mean, I've seen the characters. Of
It's
course,
gonna
Sherry
be
Moon's
dark.
Yeah.
They're not going to be happy, family-friendly monsters.
You don't think so?
I hope not.
So you're hoping
want-
that they
I
go.
want- I
You're
want
hoping they go the
31.
opposite. You're hoping that they go
yeah.
the opposite way that they did with Adam's
Oh
family.
yeah, I think Wednesday Addams is going to lure children into the crypt and kill them and eat them.
I think that he's either going to be 100% Rob Zombie, in which case, like Grandpa Munster will be molesting everyone that comes within any like proximity to him, or he's going to play it completely straight and freak everybody out.
It very well could be. It could be. It could be a little bit of. Maybe it's going to be a little bit of both. Maybe there's going to be. Maybe everything is going to be left questionable.
I'm very interested. I mean, everything that I've seen so far looks amazing.
Is he going to have all of the same characters that actors that he uses in almost everything
Yes.
else minus Sid?
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Because in fact, yeah. So Sherry Moon Zombie's in it.
Well, of course.
The guy
he
who
is.
yeah. So and the guy who was kind of big porn stash in the last one. Fuck, I think he was like the warden or something like that. But he's playing Herman Munster because he's like 6'4" or something like that. But yeah, it looks like most the three characters that I've seen so far, which is Grandpa, Lily, and Herman, are all played by previous actors of zombie films.
Yeah,
Zombie
I'm down
films.
with that.
Yeah, so I'm interested. I think I don't know. Are they making it a movie or a series?
Bill,
I think it's a movie.
Bill Moxley, not Bill Moxley. Fuck, can't remember his name. Can we swear on this thing?
Fuck, I don't know.
Bill, what is his name? Bill Huxtable. No, Bill.
Bill Huxtable.
He played what's his face in
Daniel Phillips as Herman Munster.
Jeff Daniel Phillips. Okay, that's
Dan
one guy.
Roebuck as Grandpa.
Who am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Bill. I don't know.
Mosley.
Bill Mosley. Yes,
I don't
Bill
know.
Mosley. That's
Is he the-
Moxley. Bill Mosley. Bill Mosley was in 31. Bill Mosley wasn't he in 31?
Let me see him.
Bill Mosley was a bunch.
He was in House of a Thousand Corpses, Three
Yeah.
from Hell.
Devil's
he was in a
Reject.
bunch of them.
Yeah, he played the cousin or whatever in Three from Hell. He was also in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yes.
Leatherface, you bitch! You did in my plate. You got to
Yep.
buy me a new plate.
Non-land. It's what the public wants.
Okay, so yeah, he was the guy with the long stringy hair.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Bill Moseley's excellent.
Maybe they're going to bring Sid back to play Herman.
Oh,
They'll put him back together.
oh, Sid.
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
That would be hilarious.
Poor
That
Sid.
would be pretty good.
I went back and watched a bunch of movies that he was in the 70s, and it was so much fun watching those terrible 70s, exploitation movies that were just awful, and then you're like, oh, there's Sid Haig.
Crazy. What's weird about 70s movies? Everybody was wet. Like everybody was fucking sweaty all the time. You know what I mean? Like
It's because of the cocaine.
I guess.
The cocaine and shame.
I think I found the title for this episode: Wet 70s Movies.
Everybody was wet. At least we weren't moist.
Wet 70s movies. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, because what would the 80s be? Because that was,
That was even more, there was even more cocaine.
Mark,
Yeah, but there was also more like spray to keep everything dry.
Aquanet.
Yeah, Aquanet and like
Activator.
spray deodorant. Do they still
Crimpers.
make spray deodorant, or did that destroy the ozone layer?
Axe is still I'm pretty sure that's a myth that it was destroying the because it's actually cow farts that are destroying the.
Oh, that's true
No,
too.
it's cow belches. There's more. You get more methane from cows belching than you do from their flatulence. FYI.
Well, you get more methane from Uranus, Rev. Whatever.
Uranus. I just met him. Wait, that's the wrong one.
Do you know what the oldest planet in our galaxy is?
No.
It's not Uranus. It's Jupiter.
All right, if you say so.
There's no reason for that. I heard it on a trivia question and just thought I'd share and set it up as if it was Uranus. How many times can we say Uranus on this episode? Is there a limit?
Why don't you say Uranus one more time?
Uranus.
Attaboy.
It's kind of like your Highness.
Did you hear that? News came out this last week, end of last week, over the weekend. Season 10 of Letterkenny due out in December. So, which my guess means in Canada it will be the 25th, and here in the States it will be the 26th.
Oh, Boxing Day! Oh, Boxing Day! How Letterkenny are you?
Ferda.
So good.
Well, I will be taking the day after Thanksgiving off. In fact, I will be taking the day after that off, and the day after that off, and the day after that off until we get to the new year.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a leave of absence.
I want to. No, I'm going to be. I've done that for
You saved up
forever. I just like to take the time between Christmas and New Year's off.
Oh, I thought you meant Thanksgiving and New Year's. In which case,
because you said Thanksgiving.
Who said Thanksgiving?
You did.
You did. Must be like, that's fucking metal, dude.
You guys are talking about the
entire fucking
mangina effect again.
Screw you, December.
Screw you all of December.
December.
I don't care if I work in a toy factory. I'm not coming in.
Fuck your kids. Oh man, yeah.
If you don't come in tomorrow, don't come in on Friday. Woohoo! 3-day weekend.
I'm in it to win it.
Oh, gold.
So, what's coming up next for Strangeful Things and Castle Rock?
So Castle Rock, we just did. We ranked the American Dad Halloween episodes, and we only got halfway through it because we basically just fucking kept quoting American Dad to each other and making each other laugh. So we're doing that, and then we got to do the second half of it. And the episode before that, we did a tier list of horror movie tropes, like which ones could stay and which ones had to go, and that kind of stuff. And on Strangeful Things, The episode that's supposed to go up tomorrow is about, it's a weird murder case. A woman named Rebecca Zahow, who supposedly hanged herself, but not before taking off all her clothes, tying her ankles together, and tying her own hands behind her back.
Well,
so that didn't seem right.
Wait,
So
wait, hang on a second. So did she use her teeth?
they say that she tied the knot around her wrists in front of her, then took one hand out, put her hands behind her back, and put it back in the rope, and then pulled it tight with a string that she had in her teeth. And they were like, well, yeah, because sometimes people change their mind, and they don't do it right at the last minute. Well, you have plenty of time to change your mind if you're fucking knotting yourself up and putting strings in your mouth.
Again, right.
Oh, ridiculous. And the reason they thought that she killed herself was because the mysterious death of her boyfriend's kid in the same house 2 days before.
What was her name?
right.
Rebecca Zahow, Zahau. It's a very weird case. And then the one I'm writing now is about a spooky island in Michigan.
Is it where all the people get old when they go to the... What a twist! Or they go there and become... oh, God. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Wait a second. When did Rebecca Zahow die?
2009-ish.
Is that Rebecca Zahow?
It is.
Interesting.
But that is not a recent picture because she's dead.
She's very pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and here is...
Mm-hmm. That's them trying to... Oh, and it was such a... like local news trying to reenact it because they're like, oh, the bed didn't move far enough, but we're going to take 100-pound sandbag and throw it out a window and look how far the bed moved. Like, it was a big circus.
Okay.
Yeah,
When does that episode come out?
It comes out tomorrow unless Shuey, my partner, screws me, and so the shows were always supposed to come out on Tuesday, but Tuesday goes up till 11:59 on Tuesday night. So
hilarious.
You never know. I'll just get a WhatsApp to say it's up on Teams, so I can go get it.
That's funny.
But we split the duty.
So every time I post our episodes, they're always on time. I've never posted an episode. Dean always posts them, and they can vary between when they're out and when they're out.
Yeah,
And that's all there is to it.
I mean, generally
Because
speaking,
you're in like 13 podcasts, aren't you now, Dean?
I'm
4?
active. I'm active on 4. One of them is on hiatus until December. Well, actually, until after the beginning of the year, once we move. So
is that when that's happening now?
we are moving. Mid-December is when our house is supposed to close. So
Wait, which house? The house you're in now?
this one,
Okay.
and TR's mom's house as well.
Oh, okay. So there's all right. Is there a recording studio there now? Sorry, we're
will
making
be.
sausage right now.
There will be. My plan at some point is to get a whisper room. So, because I want to be able to eliminate as much sound as possible, and I want to get into voiceover work.
Welcome to the Cone of Silence.
Cone of silence.
Would you
Chief,
believe?
Would you believe
missed it by
that much?
I
Every millennial, any millennial that is not listening to our podcast, but is also listening to our podcast, but not admitting it, their brain just exploded because they have no idea what we're talking about, as usual.
Millennials might. Gen Z definitely not. So
because millennials may have seen the Steve Carell
right.
and the Rock
good
remake
point.
that I forgot about.
Yeah. It's
We all try to forget.
It's
Yeah, right.
probably very forgettable.
Well, I I don't know. I'm not. My studio's not getting any better than it is unless I get a moving blanket and put it over my head.
Oh, so
I
I've purchased these heavy curtains to hang up to baffle the sound, and I've got this is a mattress,
and they're red so that when he splatters people, it doesn't show up on
I'd get a little Twin Peaks thing going there in the lodge. See,
start talking backwards.
The baffling sounds on my show come out of my mouth. So
those are my sound dampening effects right there.
Oh,
A big fluffy couch and 2 sleepyhead dogs.
They are the best sound dampeners ever.
They've actually become pretty darn content with oh, Dad's going to be over here in the living room now, and so this couch literally is just for them while I'm podcasting. They only come over here and lay on it when I'm on my microphone. My TV is on the other side of the room with another couch pointed at it.
Who's winning?
I have. Hang on.
Are you not watching the Chiefs Giants?
Oh, it's on, but
okay.
17-20 with 27 seconds left in the fourth, and I can't see. Oh, New York has the ball. It's over. It's over.
So who won?
I think there's still 20 some odd seconds left, but I think KC just held the Gents on fourth down, I think.
Fucking Giants.
Maybe it was a strip sack. It was a strip sack, and the ball's out, and I think KC recovered it. So, yeah.
Womp womp.
Womp womp womp. The Gents.
The Gurts.
I'm
not.
If they never win another game, I wouldn't care.
Yep.
Yeah.
God.
All right. Well, we should probably wrap this up and
how dare you,
and
sir?
Stuff. So, one more time.
Tell us where we can find you and
all that stuff, links and whatever. I mean, everything that you want to give out.
Go to strangefulthings.com or crhistorical.com, which will bring you to a different site, but just go with it. Because I'm not made of domains. Well, kind of. And then you can follow me on Twitter.
Did you just say you're not made of domains?
Yes.
That's awesome.
And then you can follow me on Twitter at Acadia, because much to the chagrin of the national park and the university, this guy has the name.
Bargain bastages. Well, I mean,
you're
also on the
out yet.
Yeah,
Nope.
You're also on the TikTok, and you're also.
Oh yeah. That's if you can't find me at Acadia because somebody used it, then it's Senator Acadia, because I have lofty aspirations.
All right then.
Did you inhale?
And you're also on the Instagrams.
Yeah, I think I might be. I don't know what the hell I'm on that.
I can't remember either. But I've tagged you a couple times. So.
Yeah. It's probably Acadia Einstein. I don't know. I'm diverse. I think we have a link tree thing.
Oh, there you go.
Does it link to your OnlyFans?
No.
I would totally do an OnlyFans with a mask.
What would you be masking?
So the three of us are sitting here and we're laughing. But there are enough people out there we could make comfortable livings on OnlyFans if we could just find them. I mean, there's 7 billion people on the planet. They're out there.
Yeah. That's true. Somebody's going to want to see some of that.
Yep.
Don's Toes, onlyfans.com. So
I guess it could be worse. I could write off pedicures all the time as a business expense.
That'd be
Oh my
nice.
God.
That'd be. Oh man, I love pedicures. They're great.
Oh,
That's
really?
it. I'm opening up an OnlyFans for my feet. I'm not going to watch what other people are doing to the pictures of the videos of my feet.
They're going to be sending you messages with tributes.
Oh Jesus! No. So you're telling me that they're going to send me pictures of a glazed toe nut?
Yep, exactly.
Oh.
Now don't think too hard about that, because it gets worse every time you think about it. A glazed toe nut.
Oh boy.
It just gets
There you
funnier the more you think about it. And that has only existed for the last
so the
10
title
seconds.
has changed now to glazed toe nut.
Sorry, Mom.
You're either going to get a lot of downloads or no downloads.
Either way, I'm happy because I'm laughing. So
And it, if we have one listener or none, or 1,000, it's fine.
that's right. Goddamn right. So, Acadia, any final thoughts from you before we sign off here?
I want to say that I'm thrilled that you guys had me on, because this was a shit ton of fun. It was great to meet you, Don, and it was great to talk to you again, Dean. I'm glad that there are shows where things are this chill, and I'm not only am I impressed by your technical prowess, but the fact that you take the time to just shoot the shit and have fun is a great thing, and I'm glad to be on it. And if you ever need somebody to fill in, I don't have any dogs, but I have a cat that is as big as a polar bear, so I got that going for me.
Are you sure you
Is
don't
it
have a
Maine
polar
Coon?
bear?
No, he's just a big giant ass fucking white cat. His name is Walter White.
Nice. Heisenberg. Say my name, meow.
say my meow.
I can't thank you enough. This was really, really great. Thank
It was a blast. Thanks,
thanks for coming on.
It's been great having you. And and I know I definitely want to have you on Disputed again, because you are a wonderful debater. You're a master debater, and
Did he
Am I winning?
Did he start out as a junior baiter?
yes, a novice debater.
I gotta go back and find the link so I can see how the vote's going.
Yeah, who is winning that one? Dean, do you know?
I do know. And usually I don't know if you should. You may not be able to see it, because I think I made it so that
Nobody could see it until it
only.
finishes.
Right now, there are 24 votes, which is more than any other we've had so far. I will say this: if you can't see it, I will say that you are currently winning. How about that?
Well, all right.
That's
it's
what I will
close.
say. That's what I will say.
I'm betting it's close.
I'm gonna.
I think it's within a
because
field goal.
The guy his name is escaping me right now. Vince.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vince Caldoni.
he was awesome.
Yeah.
He was awesome.
Vince was great.
I just have to figure out, like, I'm just gonna go to a bunch of libraries and shit and vote.
Yeah,
I got the day off
You can
tomorrow.
do
I
that
can
right
just-
here at disputedpod.com/DexterVHannibal.
Nice, nice. I'm gonna be going to Best Buy and opening it on everything.
That's one way to get Disputed Podcast up on everything.
That's right.
There you go. I'm in it. Don, you got final thoughts?
Hey everybody, be patient, drive careful. There are people out there that have way too much anger and hate in their heart that have nowhere to place it, and they're going to place it on the roadways. And
That's me.
this has been, I've seen in the last month, I've seen 6 road rage incidents, and 2 have been directed at me. I drive a frickin' billboard, so I don't take chances and cut people off, and I'm always polite and let people in, because they're gonna call my boss if I don't.
Right.
So someone tried to literally run us off the road today.
Jesus.
And it was my quick thinking that probably saved a road rage incident that could have gone way worse than someone just flipping us off and trying to run us off the road.
Oh boy.
God damn.
They got in front of us as I was pretending to get on a exit to get on off of 405 onto I-5, and as soon as they were slowing down and kind of pulling kind of at an angle as if they were going to block the road and get out of their car. And as soon as they got past the point of no return on the exit, I went the other direction so they couldn't follow us. And so they were trapped.
Clever.
Yeah. quick thinking. But yeah, I'd rather not be the target of gunfire or stabbings or punchies or
Yeah, fuck that.
whatever. I'm not a fan of lead at a fast pace or words at fast pace.
At a medium pace.
Shampoo. Anyways, my final thought is try and be kind.
All right, fine. If you say so.
How about you, Dean? You got anything to say?
Well, yeah, not a lot aside from, eat bacon
Pet dogs
and give all the hugs.
and get consent.
That's right. And we'll see you guys probably next week. So we'll talk to you soon. All right. Thanks, everybody, for joining us again. We want to thank Acadia Einstein for joining us today. Go check out Strangeful Things and Castle Rock Historical Society podcast with Acadia. We'd also like to thank Still Pluto and Crowander for our intro and outro tunes. You can find Still Pluto and Crowander on Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, and freemusicarchive.org. We'll see you next time. Take care.